Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day 8 of the Masterclass of Scum in 2025. I did stream day 7, but the stream went on a lot longer than I anticipated because of my enjoyment for the PvE aspect of the game. I really enjoy these solo adventures where I don't have to worry about players. It's a great environment to teach you guys what loot you can find where, because it's not being influenced by players, whether that point has been looted or not looted. It gives us a raw, uncut detail of what you can find where, okay? So in day 7, I went over the things that we learned in the first week, and I'm going to go over it here again. I'm not going to edit day 7. All I basically did was summarize what we learned the first week, finished the base, did a few quests at the trader, went and looked if there's an abandoned bunker that's open, and then I stuffed around with trying to dry clothes and then, ran around naked and stuff like that. So basically I stuffed around, and I was spending a lot of time on the bicycle. So there wasn't really anything, there wasn't a lot of teachings, but let's go over the list so you don't have to watch day 7, okay? Because I'm going to summarize what we learned the first week, and you are going to see what I wanted to show on day 7, which is how to upgrade your memory module. That's what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be upgrading a memory module to increase our intelligence, okay? So the things that we learned in the first week is that the prison is by far the best place to get good guns fast with 13 screwdrivers. If you look at the loot that you can find by looting 2 police stations, it's going to cost you 16 screwdrivers. Most of the time it's going to be disappointing. Yes, there's sentries at the prison, but there's players and NPCs in the towns, okay? So once you look at how I entered the prison, it shouldn't be that difficult for you. And those lockers are really, really good. Second thing that we learned, towns are good for getting yellow screwdrivers if you loot every house. Even yesterday on the live stream, I think I found 2 yellows. I found a 40 out of 40 yellow in a vehicle repair shop. Found another yellow in a house. So searching everything definitely increases the number of yellow screwdrivers you find, which will help you incredibly. Third thing we've learned, NPC guards always spawn at the entrance of a building. Change your entrance point to not get shot in the face. So once you know where NPCs spawn, because they do spawn in specific places, they don't just, maybe, the explorers or the people that run around spawn randomly, but most of the guards spawn in a building, in a church, in a garage, in a workshop, in a house, in a police station. So what I want you to do is never go to those buildings through the front entrance, because I got surprised when I walked up to a vehicle repair shop where it's completely open in the front, and I was like 5 meters away from the entrance, and then they spawned in and they all started shooting me. I didn't die, but I mean, if it was level 4, level 5 NPCs, I probably would have died, because all of them are just spawning in front of you and you don't have time to react. So rather enter a building where they spawn from the back so they can spawn in with you very close to the building, but against solid walls, where they can't just shoot you. So enter that, go to that building at an angle where if they spawn inside the building, there's no way for them to shoot you immediately. Point 4 is farms are great for various loot, and the sawmills is the best place for building tools, and you can find yellow screwdrivers in there. So if you're looking for chainsaws, axes, saws, screwdrivers, anything, okay, the sawmills is a really, really good place to go. Normal bunkers like C1 is a good place to find yellow hazmat suits, and not bad for guns, but not great. So if you go to scummap.com and you look up all the normal bunkers, there's a lot more normal bunkers so that you don't have to go to C1. Now, while you're in single player or while you're learning with me on the masterclass, it doesn't matter, but I'm trying to prepare you for a multiplayer server. if you're ever going to play on a multiplayer server. But I still, I'm trying to teach you everything in the game. So C1 is very dangerous because in the middle of the map, it used to be the C2 bunker. It's very close to the trader. So rather go to other bunkers on the map like D0 and bunkers like that, that's far away from the center of the map, that doesn't get looted regularly, so that you can get that yellow hazmat suit, so that you can go into the radiation zone with armor on, okay? Crafted suppressors help a lot with not spawning hordes. I really, really like the crafted suppressors at the moment. They make a major difference. And I've got a VHS now that I can use, and I'm going to use a crafted suppressor on it to see how it works. Then cooking food is a must for not struggling with exhaustion. Okay, we cooked a bunch of food on the stream as well. I baked bread at the cabin with the oven. The first time I baked the bread, I used animal fat, and it was basically uneatable. It just had too much fat. And then I cooked it without fat, which only gives you like 3 grams of fat, but it gives you a lot of carbs. For instance, if I can just show you guys here, I've still got bread. So you can see there, if you bake it without fat, you get 20 grams of protein, 150 grams of carbs, and just 3 grams of fat per use, which is absolutely fantastic. I made a hamburger as well, but as you can see, the fat is really, really high, and you're going to struggle to get rid of fat, and it's just going to hurt you overall. Another tip that I learned on stream is when you're standing still or waiting for food to cook, or you're going to be AFK, if you don't want to lose constitution, like we're losing constitution at the moment, if you don't want to lose constitution, just squat. Just take the squat option and you'll stop losing constitution. Okay? It's a good tip, especially while I'm standing still and explaining things to you guys. Then if I get back to my notes, making your weight to just below the max carry weight. What I mean by that is my max carry weight is 51. When I pedal somewhere on the bicycle, I want to have at least 50, 49, 48, like anywhere from 45 kilograms up to 51. I want to have the maximum weight on me so that I'm leveling up my strength and constitution to the max while I'm using the bicycle. Okay, we're only on day 8 and we're well on our way to 5 strength and 5 constitution, but that's what we're going to sort out today. We're going to try and get a good module to get to 2 intelligence so that we can unlock all these medium skills. Okay, and I need the medium survival skill to have a passive compass. Then Summerboard City has a lot of NPCs, and except for finding a dull sword, there's no real reason to loot it. The more I loot Summerboard City, guys, the more I'm not impressed. Like, the vehicle repair shops are nothing special. You can go loot vehicle repair shops at safer locations where there's not 20 NPC spawns and where players don't go there regularly. It's a very dangerous POI. The police station is nothing special. The military loot that you get in there is nothing special. So for me, the only reason I'll go to the big city is for that one building that you get at the coal mine. You know, that building that I told you guys, you get a lot of screwdrivers and toolboxes. We found 2 big toolboxes there. I'll basically start at the bottom, loot the southern Chinese shop, loot that building. You know, that's a copy of the one that you get at the coal mine with the toolbox and screwdrivers. Then I'll just go to the school if I need cooking books. Then I'll go to the other Chinese shop, and then I'll just loot all the garages. One big thing about the city is it's got a bunch of garages. So if you need loot that spawns in garages, you know, there's a lot of garages. But I do feel the quicker you get in and out, the better. Because if you just loot everything, you're going to run into NPCs constantly. The NPCs are going to give your position away, and then you're going to run into a player, and it might not be good for you. Then quests is the best way to make sure you never struggle with money or fame, especially when you get to tier 3 quests at all the traders. That reminds me of a question that somebody asked me. And yeah, somebody said they wanted to be bright because some people are starting to see. So I'm going to put the filter on as well so that everyone can just see, because we are going into an abandoned bunker now at night. Somebody asked, when is my challenge series going to carry on? like I'm at day 2 with the challenge series, but some people were like wondering what happened to the challenge series. And if you go watch the challenge series and you go look at the challenges that I made, I'm going to complete all those challenges in this masterclass. Okay. I'm going to get to $1 million. I'm going to collect every vehicle. I'm going to collect every gun. I'm going to get every skill to advanced. I'm going to do a bunch of kill boxes. I'm going to do a bunch of abandoned bunkers, so don't worry. The thing is, the challenge and the guide series just melted into the masterclass, so I can teach you guys everything. Then building a base is a must for leveling a lot of skills like engineering, survival, and awareness. There's no better way to level up engineering, survival, or awareness except for building a base, okay? And as you guys can see, my base is just tweaks at the moment. Basically just tweak, and look there. I'm going to hit medium survival, and I'm probably on my way to advanced engineering, and I'm probably on my way to advanced awareness. Okay, we started with medium medical, so we didn't do anything to medical. But this is all from building a tweak base with basic walls outside. Okay, so there's no better way to level up those 3 skills than building a base. Then, if you want to build a base easily and fast, the Rager is the best option to use. It carries the most weight and the most chests. I'm going to show you guys a secret at the abandoned bunker that we're going to that you guys might not know about. It's a fantastic way to get a lot of scrap metal instead of going to the scrapyard. And then getting to 50 fame literally starts your snowball effect, because once again, I'm going to go into this abandoned bunker with just a bow, 2 silencers on the bow, and broadhead arrows. And I'm going to show you guys that I can do the abandoned bunker with just those arrows, but you need 50 fame to get those arrows. Otherwise, you have to find the arrows. But if you've got 50 fame, it just opens up a lot of doors for you, and you need like 80 fame for the bicycle. Okay, and the bicycle helps a lot with your strength and your constitution. The armor will always take the most time. Okay, the armor is the one that you struggle to get to tier 2 quests, and you're going to struggle your butt off to get to tier 3 quests. So just focus on collecting tier 1 and tier 2 items for the general goods trader, the mechanic, and the medical trader, because you're never going to be able to rush the armor. Okay, tier 1 is difficult. Tier 2 is even more difficult because you want certain weapons unless you get lucky with a bunch of night vision and weapon cleaning kit quests. But he's usually asking for a bunch of weapons. So just collect the other quests. And then a base location is extremely important, guys. That's the last tip that I wanted to go over. Like, I know the entire map by like the back of my hand, but there's nothing quite like building a base everywhere in different locations. Like, I know about the spot. A year or 2 years ago, I lived here with my clan, but this is 1.0. The map has changed. Where ovens are has changed. Like, the game changes all the time. So changing your base location teaches you a lot of things. Like, I know I'll never go hungry with the food that's on this road, okay? And the food that I can get there. I know that I'm never going to run out of thread, because that's about all that castle is good for at the moment. And I know I could cook food and have fun with that cabin over there and the oven. And I know that this is my favorite road to level up strength and constitution. And once I open up all these traders, I'm going to pedal to that trader, to start doing quests there. And then I'm going to pedal to that trader, and then I'm going to pedal to that trader. And then, I'm going to pedal a lot until I get to that 5 strength, because I don't want to think about the strength or the constitution. And then then I buy a Rager. Then we move across the map. Then we go steal a plane. Then we build up 2 different vehicles, because you guys want to see how I build up vehicles. Then we roll down the mountain. Okay. But till we get to 5 strength and 5 constitution, we are climbing the mountain. So I'm going to sort out my loot right now. I'm going to go to the trader, make sure I've got enough arrows, and then I'm going to meet you guys at this abandoned bunker. Yesterday on stream, I saw that this abandoned bunker is going to be open today. And then I saw this abandoned bunker is going to be open today. So I'm just going to bicycle to the trader. to get arrows and make sure I've got everything that I need, buy a few ingredients or stuff that I want to cook, some foods that I want to experiment with. And then we're going to do the abandoned bunker at night. Why at night? Because you don't want to do the hacking game. At night, the doors open. Okay, so we can just comfortably go in there. So I'll be back with you guys right now, and I believe this video will be under an hour, guys, because I'm literally going to streamline for you how to get the module, how to fill it, okay, at the memory module computer, and how to get out, to simplify it for you guys. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the abandoned bunker. A3, A1 and A3 is open, but I mean A3 is just closer to us. A lot of preparation that you need to do before you go into an abandoned bunker. First of all, you need to make sure you're completely empty. I just add these small wooden logs to me so that I can be close to my max gear weight, so I can max the strength and constitution gain, but we can just throw that off. So before you go into this abandoned bunker, you need to make sure all your equipment that can carry a lot of weight is clear. So the backpack's clear. The quiver is clear. Unfortunately, I can't keep the bulletproof vest clear because a lot of these items are quite heavy. I can put the scissors in there. I can put that in there. I can maybe make space for, like, if I'm going to pick up something, it's probably going to weigh 5 kilograms, like a Rager alternator or something like that. I'm probably going to need 5 kilograms of space. What I can do is spill a bit of the water, or not spill, drink. That's the other thing you want to do. You want to make sure your food and water is sorted. You don't want to go into an abandoned bunker with below 50% energy or below 50% water. You're going to get thirsty in there. You're going to get hungry in there, okay? Make sure you're fed. So I'm going to make sure I've got enough water. I'm going to eat some bread to make sure I don't get hungry in there. And what I did is I parked very, very far away from the abandoned bunker, because I don't want to go there where someone's busy with the abandoned bunker, or there's puppets lying around or whatever the case would be. And then I killed the puppets without searching them, which is very, very important. So I cleared all the puppets there. There will probably be puppets when we go back there, but I cleared all the puppets and I didn't loot them. Very, very, very important. Most of them were inside bushes or in camouflage places. So it will be very difficult for a person to see that I've been there. But I mean, if a person goes there after I've cleared it and I'm preparing for it, I don't want him to know I'm coming. Okay. So now that's sorted. Now we've got 5 kilograms of weight space here. So at least I can put a Rager alternator in there. I can put an alternator in there. I've got my sporing bag completely empty. I've got 24 arrows, and I'm not bringing any lockpicks or any screwdrivers. I'm not risking a yellow. This is basically to upgrade your intelligence and get out of there. Because if you don't have a key card, every experienced player on the map is going to know which abandoned bunkers are open. There's only 4 abandoned bunkers on the entire map. So it's very easy for a clan to go check every single bunker every day, know when it's open, and a lot of them will want to come at night where they don't have to do the hacking game, because during the day you have to hack the doors to get in. A lot of them will want to come at night. So you want to get in and out as fast as possible, and you want to come when the server population is very, very low. Okay, so our food and water sorted. Things that I need to focus on is ammo. I've got a lot of 9mm ammo on me. Don't know why I've got the shotgun ammo on me. It's really good to do this with a shotgun, but don't really know why I've got the shotgun ammo on me. I don't need that on me. I don't need the screwdriver on me. The compass is good. The battery is good because we're going to use the headlamp. Never use a headlamp on a PvP server. It shines right through the walls. Like when you're in a bunker, it shines right through the door, right through the walls, and gives your position away. But we're going to use the headlamp, so that I don't record it with the filter on, and I want it to look nice, and I want you guys to know exactly what I'm doing inside there. Then I brought a VHS 2 with a full magazine, because there's some prep work that you have to do before you come out. Okay? Before you come out, So you can see I parked far away from the abandoned bunker, cleared it. Then I went to the front door, first made sure it's open, or, you know, I can go in. And then I looked at my exit to the north and to the south, because if you fail a keypad in the abandoned bunker, then there's a chance that a dropship spawns on top of the abandoned bunker and it drops off a sentry in front of the abandoned bunker. I don't want anyone to comment how to exploit this or how to get rid of the sentry or how to get rid of the dropship. Okay, you can go join other communities if you want to exploit the game. We are here to enjoy Scum to the full and learn from all the challenges that we face and master those challenges. So I went there. I looked at the exit that I have north. It's okay, there's a bush there. And then I looked at the exit that I have south, because I just want to run out, even if the sentry is there. You know, I just want to run out, get to my bicycle as soon as possible, because I don't want to go in there with the gun, but I want to get to the gun as fast as possible. So I'm going to quickly explain to you guys what I mean when I get there. Okay, here we are on the southern side, and I'm going to look for my blueprint. Just want to make sure I don't pee in my pants. Okay, I'm not close to peeing in my pants. So we're going to look for, there's the blueprint. There's the blueprint. Okay, we're going to look for the blueprint. And we're going to park our bicycle in here. We just want to get to the bicycle as fast as possible. So I think maybe, yeah, you're just looking for a really big bush. Okay, there's quite a lot of bushes at the back here. I'm just going to park a bicycle in here. Very difficult to do this with a motorcycle or a car because you're going to make a lot of noise. But again, bicycle is a really, really good strategy. So I can literally park here so that when I run out of the sentry's path, then I just have to deal with a dropship. So then I can run into this sleeping quarters in here, you know, to be temporarily safe. Get to the bike, drop the backpack, take out my gun with the crafted suppressor on, and then try and kill the dropship. Okay, so I'm going to shoot all the ammo out on it with this gun, and then I'm going to take out my 9mm pistol and try and kill it as well. But I just want to get the gun, and if I can get an angle on the dropship from this house, I will. You know, I'll use the windows to fight the dropship while I've got some cover. And then I put the blueprints down to show me what route I'm going to take. So, put a blueprint down here, put a blueprint down here. I put a blueprint down on the other side, but I don't like that escape. So, like I say, if I come out and I fail the keypad and a sentry is standing over there, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the door, run, even if he's shooting at me, and get behind this. This is solid cover from the sentry. The dropship might be shooting at me, but then I'm going to run here, make sure I don't hit these black bags, run here, go to this blueprint, maybe use this for some cover, you know, against the dropship, and then run for this door. I'm still going to keep the door open, okay, so I can get into some cover here. You know, then I'm going to analyze where the dropship is, get the gun, come back to the house and try and kill the dropship. And wait for the sentry to calm down, because it's quite overwhelming being attacked by the sentry and the dropship. Okay, so like I say, a lot of preparation that you have to do. No inventory space. Make sure the area is clear. Make sure no one is here. You know, put blueprints down to get your exit strategy. And now I'm just going to make it immersive for you guys. So, like I said, I don't like it when the videos are washed out. I want you guys to feel the pressure in here so that you can get used to what it will be like for real. So, we're just going to go to options, video. We're going to put the video on 2.4. That is nice and dark. And then we're going to turn on our headlamp. And yeah. I put it at a lower intensity, like this is the max intensity. It's a little bit too bright for me. You see, you can't increase the intensity. I just go one down, just one down, and it's a little bit better. Okay, so we're going to get out our bow. We're going to crouch walk everywhere. Everywhere we're going to crouch walk. And that is going to level up our stealth. Okay, while we're crouch walking, we are leveling up our stealth. Okay, so we're going to open the door. Okay. if you can't interact with the door, just log out and log back in. It's a common bug with the door. Like I say, if something doesn't make sense, guys, just log out and log in. As you guys saw, we couldn't interact with the door at all. This is a common abandoned bunker problem. You don't really face this problem with normal bunkers, but you do face this problem with abandoned bunkers. Okay, there you can see. Now we can open it. Okay, I brought 24 metal broadhead arrows with and I crafted 2 silencers. So here we go. We're going to close this door behind us so that we can hear if somebody comes in after us. And we're just gonna, like, this is crouch walking at your slowest. You can mouse wheel forward once, you know, just to crouch walk a little bit faster. When you hear the vents, take your hands off your keyboard and off your mouse. As soon as you hear the vents, you know, or a baby crying, just remove your hands from your keyboard and your mouse. Don't move until the noise has passed, and then you go on, okay? So sometimes NPCs spawn in the control room, the power room. We have to be careful for that. We have to listen for that. Luckily, puppets and a suicide puppet has spawned in. So if the NPCs spawn in, they'll be in some trouble. I'm going to go up against this wall to make sure that the NPCs aren't spawning in. I'm going to open this door. Back away just to see what challenges I have here. Lean a little bit. Usually this gate is closed. Gonna shoot this guy in the leg. Okay. There he is. I'm gonna let him open the door. And then I'm gonna shoot him. That's the vent sound you're waiting for. If that vent sound happens, you just don't move. Gonna close this door. Now you want to start searching the puppets, because the puppet can give you the level 1 key card which you need. You can get the level 1 key card from a puppet or a desk. Okay. Didn't come from the puppet. Just gonna search this one box. And if you guys trying with abandoned bunker, I want you to be very, very patient. You're going to search. Wait 3 seconds before you search something else. Because continuous noise spawns razors. A very, very loud noise once can spawn a razor, but continuous noise, like we're not making a lot of noise while we're crouch walking, but if we keep crouch walking for long enough, then the vents are going to activate. Then a razor can spawn if we don't stop, okay? So you have to fear continuous noise. So we can't go in here because we don't have the key card, okay? So this door makes a noise when you open it up. So I'm going to stand in front of the door for 3 seconds, make sure I don't make any noise, and then open it up. Because it does make a noise. I'm going to stand still for 3 seconds, and then I'm going to move in. And then usually the key card is in one of these 4 discs. There we go. Level 1 key card, and it's active for 1 hour. Okay? Now we'll be able to open up this door. This door does make a noise. I really hate what it looks like when you crouch. When you crouch, shoot, but I'm gonna have to get used to it. That's why medium archery is so important, you know, because it looks ridiculous because you guys aiming that way, but you need that dot, you know, to make sure you're shooting the right way. Now we're gonna look for minimum a 200 fuse, minimum a 200 fuse, and you can do that by searching these normal boxes. I'm gonna stand still because crouch walking makes a noise as well. I don't want to make continuous noise. Search. Wait 3 seconds. Search. There we get a 400 fuse. Might as well just see if we can get more fuses. Okay, that's what you usually get. You usually get a 200 fuse. I'm quite lucky to get a 400 fuse, but I'm going to show you what to do with the 200 fuse. There's an 800 fuse. That's really, really lucky. Okay, so if you can't find fuses, you're going to put the 200 fuse inside, and you have to put the fuse in your hand to select that fuse. Okay, so put the 200 fuse in your hand, then press F, because then you're going to insert the 200 fuse, and you are here in the control room at the moment. So the reason you want to put a 200 fuse in is because there's no electric door stopping you. You just have to power F. Okay, you just have to switch on F. And then there is the depository that you can get fuses from and memory modules and stuff like that. With the 400 fuse, I can basically power B, and then there's there's two depositories in B. B is that way, right there in front of us. There's 2 depositories in B, and then we can look further for fuses and parts and stuff like that if we're not lucky. But the thing is, I did get lucky, okay? So now I have to understand how much time I have with the fuse, okay? I don't know if this board still shows it. I'm going to put the 400 fuse in here. Okay, there's the notes. So with the 400 fuse, I've got 8 minutes. 200, 4 minutes, 600, 12 minutes, 816 minutes, 1020 minutes before the fuse blows, okay? So I'm going to power B now, and then I'm going to power C. B and C is only 200, so that's fine. I've powered B and I've powered C. Going to press escape, and I am just going for level 2 because I found a fuse. I'm not going to open up all the small depositories because then I increase the chance of spawning a dropship. Every single time you fail, a keypad, you know, there's a chance that you're going to spawn a dropship, which is a major problem. So I'm just going to go for the 2 big depositories where I've got only 2 tries, which minimizes my chances, okay, of spawning a dropship. Apparently, it wants me to power A as well, so I'm going to power A as well. So power A, B, and C are 400 fuses enough. Now I'm going to walk a little bit fast. That puppet isn't a problem. I'm going to open it up. If there's puppets inside here, they're going to open the door for you. Like they're going to open up all the doors for you. Like that puppet's going to open up that door. You can kill that. And then this puppet's going to open up this door. And you can kill that puppet. Just make sure there's no other puppets in here that can give your position away. Usually there's a razor here. You just have to wait for him to turn around and shoot him in the back. He's got like a little baby on his back. You shoot him in the back so that he can die immediately. Or you shoot him twice in the head with these arrows. Which isn't easy, but you have to. So there's a puppet in here. I'm going to let the puppet see me. And open the door. I've got 8 minutes. I don't have to be in a rush. I've got 8 minutes. Okay. Get my arrow. Shimmy a little bit faster. Open this door. And if you fail a keypad, like there's another depository. There's 2 depositories. You've got that other depository in F. You've got this depository. You've got an armory. But the more you fail the keypads, the more you have to deal with Brenner, and you know, you get a chance to spawn a drop ship, it just gets very, very uncomfortable. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn, okay, I hear a baby, I'm going to stand still for 3 seconds. I'm going to turn the fuse off here. And I wanted to at least have half power left, so I know I've got 4 minutes to get out. Yeah, it's got about half the power left, so I'm going to turn, or I'm going to turn everything off. Now, you know, I've got 4 minutes to get out if poop hits the fan. Now, while everything's turned off, I'm not in a rush, so I can search these boxes so long to make sure, you know, like the 2 big depositories. I'm going to show you a fast way to loot it. For a reason. You don't really want to take your time with the big depositories. But I'm just going to search these boxes. Maybe we get lucky. One, 2, 3. I'm not going to go for 200 fuses. I need 600 and above. Okay, there's a... it's another 400 is fine. And now I'm just going to look for some clothing because I wanted to bring a lot of clothing here, but I forgot to bring a lot of clothing here. I need clothing to cut it up into rags. You are going to get hurt here, guys. You are going to get hurt here. Now, you know, imagining that you're not going to get hurt is hopeful thinking. So, actually, I needed to loot the offices on the first floor. But I'm sure there's medical rooms downstairs. I'll still be able to get clothing. Just gonna see if I get lucky. Like these tarps usually give you clothing. Again, this guy's gonna open the gate for me. Okay, those lockers can probably give me clothing as well, but I know there's medical lockers downstairs, so I'm just going to go downstairs. And the slower you go, the more peaceful it is. The faster you go, the more hectic it is, okay? So this is the ultimate test of patience. I'm going to walk super, super slow now. I'm not going to do the fast shimming. I'm going super, super, super slow. There's nothing rushing me. The fuse is off. The fuse is not going to burn out. I hear the vents. I'm going to stand still. I'm not going to move. Count until 3 and then go. I'm going to try and kill this guy quickly. Now, without silencers on your bow, you're going to have to take your time in between shots. But with silencers, you can fire quite a few arrows without activating the vents. So you must just imagine all the time there's razors in the vents and they're looking for any kind of noise to come and kill you. Okay? And you don't want to deal with the razors. Now, this guy's not on the second floor technically, but if you search puppets that are on the second floor, you can get the yellow key card. Okay, so once we hit the second floor, we can start searching puppets for the yellow key card. Okay, that's clear over there. And then these black tops are just a major bonus. I'm going to search the puppet for the yellow key card. Nope, he hasn't got the yellow key card. I'm going to search this guy. Nope, he hasn't got the yellow key card either. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Now again, I'm looking for clothing, so I'm just going to check these tops. See if I can get some clothing. There's a razor. I'm going to show you guys how to deal with a razor. Okay, so the razor is looking basically our way. So we want to get around him. I'm going to shimmy. Like, he won't wake up until you get very, very, very close to him. Like you have to get very, very close to him to wake him up, or you have to shoot something very close to him to wake him up. There we are, the vents. We're gonna take our hands off our keyboard and mouse until the vents quiet down, and then we're gonna give it about 2-3 seconds before we move again. If the razors are moving in the vents, we don't want to do anything to alert them to our position. Now, you want to try and be right behind this guy, because if you're not right behind him, sometimes he doesn't die. Okay? And there's the little baby on his back, and you basically just want to shoot the baby in the head. I know it's cruel, I know it's sick, but that's how it goes. Okay? So there he turns. We're going to zoom in on the baby, shoot him in the head. And then it only takes one shot to kill him. There's a lot of times where you try and shoot the baby, but it doesn't work. And then you're going to have to, once he stands up and is alerted to you, don't stay at a distance, because then he's going to jump on you. As soon as you alert him and he knows about you, get close to him and then like shoot back off. Shoot back off. Shoot back off. Because if you're far away from him, he's going to jump on you. And then you're going to have to spam the F key like a crazy person to get him off you. Now, these black tops are very profitable. So, like there's a big toolbox. You can get grenades here, BMG ammo. In these black tops specifically. There's a lot of stuff you can get in here, guys. I'm just streamlining the route for you as much as I can. Make sure the razor forgets about us. Let's go. Tear gas. I'm not interested in the tear gas. There's way more important items that we're going to find, which I'll show you when we get into the big depositories. You might think, why you're not taking the tear gas? I'm going to find way more important things than the tear gas. Okay, this is very unlucky. We didn't get anything nice from the black tops. Except we got a grenade, which I'm going to put on my quick slot immediately. And then we found a weapon cleaning kit, which is very, very nice. Now you can search these as well, but again, I don't want to make the video too long. So let's shimmy to the other control room. Okay, this door makes a noise, so we're going to pause. Then we're going to go. Okay, suicide puppet just spawned in here. I want the suicide puppet to open the door. I want him to see me, and I want him to open up the door so I can shoot him in the head. I want him to see me. Okay, it's weird that that didn't attract his attention. If that doesn't attract his attention, I'm going to try and shoot him through the gap. If he gives me a chance, I'm going to try and shoot him through the gap. Okay, that was a safer option. That was a safer option. Again, you have to be careful. Still puppets. That can be dangerous. We're still looking for the yellow key card. Okay, there we found the yellow key card. Thank goodness. We're going to put the one yellow key card there. We're going to put the other key card here, and we're going to put the fuses down there as well so we don't get confused. We're going to put the Gonna put the 200 there and that. We want to maximize the loot space here. We definitely want to maximize the loot space. Okay, we've got the key card. That's it. Now let's go to the control room. I'm going to search these boxes quickly. And remember the eye, guys. Remember the eye. This eye, if this eye lights up, it tells you a puppet sees you. You know, like, let's say a puppet comes around that corner while you're looting. Or a puppet spawns in here, you know, while you're looting. Look at that eye. That eye, if that eye falls up, a puppet or something is seeing you. And remember, NPCs can spawn in this control room as well. We were just very, very lucky that NPCs did not spawn in the control room. But remember, both control rooms is an NPC spawn point that can trigger. Okay, so now we're just going to do the medical room with the 200 fuse. We've got 4 minutes on the 200 fuse. Okay, so we're just going to put the 200 fuse in. And then we're just going to power H. Okay. Now, there is a hazmat suit locker here. But again, we're not here for guns. We're not here for hazmat suits. We're here for a module. Okay. So I powered H. So now I can open up the medical rooms, which is mainly H. And I'm going to have about 4 minutes to loot. And I'm basically looking for clothing that I can cut up. Or bandages. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so there's clothing. It's clean. Put it in the backpack. Better to come here with bandages, but in any case. Very nice items we're finding here. That's nice. That's going to give us a lot of rags. If you were searching just before the sound started, don't get a heart attack. Just stay calm. Just stay calm. Now, if we can open up another door before the fuse burns out, we can even get more medical equipment. So let's go for it. Now let's open this door before the fuse burns out. This door, you can see on the sound, the little speaker next to the eye, that door doesn't make a noise. I can hear someone in here. And there is the BCU computer where you're going to upgrade your module. Okay? And then the power goes off. You can't enter the place, but you can still exit the place. There's another piece of clothing. We're going to make sure we've got enough rags. Get more like painkillers and stuff. We don't need thread at the moment. We brought more than enough sewing kits. Because if a razor jumps on you, he is going to destroy your gear. If NPCs shoot at you, they're going to destroy your gear. And again, you don't want to pick up stuff from the ground. You don't want to, like, if your friend drops loot for you, you don't want to drop loot on the ground. You don't want to pick up loot. You don't want to do anything when you hear the vents. Nothing. So you might think, yeah, the loot saying I must take my hands off the keyboard and mouse is a little bit extreme. No, it's not extreme. I've seen a lot of people that still drops loot when they hear the vents, or picks up loot, or heals themselves, or eats, or does something while the vents, you know, are on, while the vents are making a noise, and then they spawn a razor, and then all hell breaks loose. Another piece of clothing. That's we're gonna have more than enough rags. Actually, we've got 2 painkillers now, so we're gonna eat all the painkillers. Just for in case. Get those painkillers into my system so I can't limp too much. It's always nice to eat painkillers before you go into battle. And every painkiller use lasts about 3 minutes. So we ate 6 uses. 6 times 3 is 18 minutes. We've got about 18 minutes that the painkillers will be in our body. Now again, this is where, that room is where you're going to upgrade your BCU module, okay? Which is right across the power room. Right across the power room. And then that room down there has got a hazmat suit locker in it. So if you brought a few screwdrivers, you can go get a hazmat suit. Not always, but you'll be able to get a hazmat suit there sometimes, okay? And now we're going to quick loot the first big depository. I'll show you what I mean by quick looting because I don't have big fuses. So I'm going to take the 800 fuse, which gives me 16 minutes. Actually, don't we have a 600 fuse? No, but I'm sure I'll get more fuses. So I'm going to use the biggest fuse, put the biggest fuse in. And now I'm going to power A, B, C because that is a large depository and that's a large depository. That's where Brenner is. That's his 3 armories for the guns. We're just going for a module. So we're going to go to C and we're going to go to D. Okay. So we're going to power A, B, C. And then we're going to go this way first. And we're probably going to get another fuse. Like the big depositories have really good fuses. We're going to go left. We're going to go down. We're not going to see Brenner. We're not going to deal with Brenner. And hopefully, we don't fail the keypad. I like to stand still while the doors are opening because I can't hear the vents. I can't hear the vents while the doors are opening or closing. So I like to stand still because maybe you can't hear the vent and you're still walking and then a razor spawns and then you're like, what the heck just happened? Okay, there's usually a razor there, which is, we're very, very lucky that there's not a razor there. Now we're going to sort out these puppets. There we go. Brenner's inside there. Brenner's around that corner and the depositories are there. We're going for this depository. If we fail, we're going to sprint back to the power room. If we fail. Now, keypad is very simple. You've got 2 combinations with every number. So, like, you've got 2 combinations with 8. 8, 5, 6, 8, 6, 5. There's only 6 possible combinations. I can usually do 3. So, I can't fail more than once. Okay? So, 8 has 2 combinations. 8, 5, 6, 8, 6, 5. 5 has 2 combinations. 5, 8, 6, 5, 6, 8. And then 6 has 2 combinations. 6, 8, 5, 6, 5, 8. Okay? And I always start from the top, just how I go. So we're going to try this 3 times. 8, 5, 6, 8, 6, 5, 5, 8, 6. So 5, 8, 6, 5, 6, 8. The next time we try, we're going to do 5, 6, 8. 5, 6, 8. You run in here, you close the door. Okay. A razor's gonna drop down now. A razor's gonna drop down now. Yeah, a razor's definitely gonna drop down now. Okay, I backed myself into this corner. But it's fine. Just back away and shoot. just back away and shoot. I think another razor's going to drop down. And that's why we need a lot of bandages. Okay, that's just because the alarm went off, guys. That's just because the alarm went off. Okay? You can search the razors for like temporary ampules that can increase your intelligence temporarily. And now we're going to cut up the stuff that we have. And I hope I brought scissors. Yeah, taking hands, scissors is priceless. We're going to cut this up into rags. Gonna cut this up into rags. And we are making a noise. You can see the speaker. You can see the speaker. You see the vents are activating because we're making a noise. Everything you do makes a noise. Now I'm just going to heal this wound quickly. Okay. And I want to repair the clothing before I cut it up. If you don't repair the clothing, then the bandages are very, very low durability. Okay, I want to make a bundle. And you must... a lot of people turn the fuse off immediately, guys. But I'm planning on going back immediately. A lot of people put the fuse off immediately. But I'm planning on going back. Okay? And then I just want to repair these two things, so that they give me a higher durability rags when I cut them up. So as you can see, the fuse has still got some life left. I'm going back down. Okay. Call it a minute. You give it a minute. A minute, yeah? A minute or 2 minutes, then you go back. You're just giving Brenner time because Brenner will go to the door. Okay, Brenner will go to the door. Like, if Brenner's not there anymore, you don't have to worry. He goes to the door, he sees who was there, you know, and then he moves on. Now, hopefully I can remember the code. That's the mistake I made. Sometimes I confuse the last code that I put in. So I'm going to start from the bottom this time, just in case I forget the last code. I'm going to start from the bottom now. So I think it's 568, which I missed. I think it's 568, which I missed. But I'm going to go 658, 685, 568. There we go. Okay, so it's very important to remember that. And now we're going to speed loot, guys. It's going to spawn a razor, but we're going to speed loot now, okay? You're not going to worry about the vents or whatever. Usually the most razors that can be outside is like 1. And we're just going to face the 1 razor. If you don't want a razor outside, take your time. If you don't want to deal with the razor at all, take 3 seconds in between your searches. Okay, take 3 seconds in between your searches. Look at that. Look at the fuses. Look at the fuses we're getting. Just go for rage alternators, okay? Actually, no, I'm gonna... Okay, they are. That one's a little bit big. Just go for rage alternators. Rage alternators are quest items. So just go for the rage alternators. There's another rage alternator. There's another fuse. There's another toolbox. There's another fuse. It's nice picking up extra fuses for next time you come here. Next time you come here, you don't have to, you don't have to look for fuses again. And there's some more painkillers. And we're just looking for a memory module. That's our main goal. Looking for a memory module. BCU lock. Okay. I've got no idea why the power went off. I should have had like 8 minutes. So I've got no cooking clue why the power went off. No cooking clue whatsoever. I really thought I had enough time. Okay. This is a little bit uncomfortable. I think I'm just going to keep the one toolbox. I think I'm just going to keep the one toolbox. Now we have to kill one razor. And I've got no idea why those doors closed. I've got absolutely no idea why the door is closed. No idea. According to me, we should have had 8 minutes left. Now we have to manually open this, which is bad. Okay, but this is another trick. If this happens, then you have to manually open it. You're going to turn it twice and press escape. You're going to turn this handle twice. 1, 2, escape. And then wait. 1, 2, press escape. You have to be very, very patient. Very, very, very patient. 1, 2, escape. One, two, the door's open. Now that door's going to close behind you because it's got no power, so don't worry, that door's going to close behind you. You at least, razor can still spawn here, so you have to be careful of the noise that you're making. And then you're going to repeat the same step here. So wait for that door to close so you can hear the vents. Manually open. Turn the handle with your hands. 1, 2, escape. Wait 3 seconds. 1, 2, escape. Press the escape button. 1, 2, escape. And 1, and the door opens. Now we're done with that depository. Still don't know why the fuse went. I've got no idea why the fuse went, but in any case, we can handle it. Now I've got no idea why this fuse blew. No idea. It just turned itself off. So there's still power, but it just turned itself off. If any of you have ever seen this, please tell me in the comments below, because I'm on on my own server, official settings, But yeah, I've never seen that happen. So in any case, we're going to detach this fuse. Don't know what the flip happened there. Take a brand new 800 fuse. And then we're going to put in the 800 fuse. But before that, we're just going to make sure we've got more rags. So you'll see now these rags that we cut up is going to be 95% durability. Which is important because my medical skill is low. So I need a lot of rags to heal myself. And the higher the durability, the quicker it fills the circle. As you guys can see there, 95% durability. Instead of that 66% durability that we had. And the durability is very important to fill that circle up. We're going to make a new bundle here. 5 rags and a strip. And now we're going to put that alternator in there and that alternator in there because we kept maximum loot space. And then we're going to drop the 400 fuses and keep the 600 fuses. 600 fuses and 800 fuses is going to be our priority. Okay? And that's another 600 fuse. Just make some loot space here again. This loot space is a little bit awkward. Now it's a little bit awkward, but it's fine. Yeah, that loot space there is a little bit awkward. I can always drop it if it influences anything. Okay. Now, the thing is, I can't run, and if I fail, I want to run. So I'm taking all the heavy things off me and just leaving it here in the power room. All the heavy things. Okay, so now I can carry heavy things again. And now I'm going back. I'm going to put this 800 fuse in. Take it hands. Put the 800 fuse in. And now we're going to go to that depository. So we're going to power F, E, and D. F, E, and D. Okay, and now we're going to go the other way. And yeah, if anyone in the comments can explain to me what caused the fuse box to just deactivate the rooms, please let me know. And like I say, while we're crouch walking, we're leveling up our stealth. There's another medical room here, also H, with a white locker there that can maybe give you Phoenix tears or good stuff. So you can get the hazmat suit and you can maybe get lucky if you bring screwdrivers. But again, we're just focusing on getting the memory module, and imagine how much longer this would have taken if I did all the depositories and all the armories and all the rooms. Razor there? No, we're very, very lucky with razors. Very, 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 very lucky with razors. Now, same thing. We're really hoping to get lucky this time. Really hoping to get lucky. 821 182 128 128 128 128 128. See, very important that I can run. It's very important that I can run. 128. Very, very, very important. The fact that I can run. And I've been very unlucky, like you've got a 50-50 chance of getting it right, you know, because there's only 6 combinations. So you've literally got a 50-50 chance of getting it right. I got it wrong twice, but I didn't spawn a dropship. So that's still great. Okay? I could have gotten unlucky and spawned a dropship my first fail. So sometimes you're going to get it right the first time. Sometimes you're going to spawn a dropship. There's a lot of things that can happen. Again, I'm just gonna wait. That's like 10 minutes that I have. And I'm gonna go back. And again, if you don't want to deal with the razor, take 3 seconds every time you search a box. Again, I'm trying to make these videos, you know, not longer than an hour and a half. So I always have to consider that. Brainer isn't there, so he's done with the investigation. Again, I'm going to start from the bottom in case I get the middle combination wrong. Hopefully this time is one of the bottom 2. There we go. There we go. There we go. And now I'm going to show you guys the other way of doing it. Okay? 3 seconds, open the door. Press tab to make sure nothing's in your nothing's in the vicinity. Wait for the baby to stop crying. Search. Search. I'm going to take that MRE. I'm actually hungry. Even though we prepared for this, we're still hungry and thirsty. I told you guys, eat before you come in here. Eat and drink before you come in here. Stand still for 3 seconds. Open the door and stand still. Make sure you're walking as slowly as you can. That's a 600 fuse. I'm not going to pick up any more fuses unless it's like an 800 or 1000. So now I'm going to replace the 600 with the 800. I want the fuses to take up most of the inventory space. And we found a gold memory module. Holy flippin' poop, guys. That thing is rare. That thing is super, 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 super rare. But I was getting depressed. I was thinking, am I ever gonna show them the memory module? You know, I was thinking that I won't be able to show you guys the memory module. That thing's got 23 uses, so I'm gonna put it there. So this is awesome. This is awesome. We can actually go now, but we're not going to go. I think the lights are going to start flickering when that fuse is about to go. Stand still for 3 seconds. Stand still after I've opened up the door. 4-1. Yo! I don't think I've ever had a run like this. And I'll show it every single time. I will show it every single time, guys. Look there. Vanilla loot. Vanilla loot settings. Because you guys are going to say, like, that never happens to me. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you don't. Have I searched this? Yep. Okay. I'm getting nervous now about that timer. I think the lights are starting to flicker. Everything, the lights are starting to flicker. Now I'm just getting nervous. If it was a PvP server, I would have got a lot more nervous. And now I'm getting out of here. Gonna shimmy out of here. See, the lights are flashing. Can you guys see that? The lights are like dimming. That means there's not a lot of power left on the fuse. So rather try and put a new fuse in when you're gonna take your time, when you're gonna do it slowly. Now we just have to sort through the loot and see what we really want to take with us, what we don't want to take with us. We can always come back, but I really don't want to come back. It's nice to take a break, regain your stamina in case poop hits the fan. Be careful when you've been very far away from this point. Puppets can spawn here again. If you're away from this point for too long, then puppets will spawn there again. So just always be on the alert for puppets spawning in. Okay, now I have to decide what I'm going to take with me. I can take that with me. And I can take that with me. I'm just leaving fuses behind. Yeah, I'm just leaving fuses behind in one toolbox. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. And there the fuse. There's the fuse busted. So what we're going to do now is use a 600 fuse. Power the H. Just the H. Put this, because we've already cleared that room, put this gold memory module in our hands. You have to have it in your hands. And then you're gonna come and power it here. So here we go. Memory module in hand. Upload data to BCU memory module. Press F. Now you have to wait 6 hours and 14 minutes before you can do it at this place again. Okay? Terminal locked. You cannot do it again. Okay? You have to go to another abandoned bunker, or you have to come back in 7 hours or whatever. Okay? So there we've got a gold memory module. And now we'll be able to upgrade our intelligence, which is ridiculously awesome. Like, I think I've only like found 3 gold memory modules. But I mean, I don't do abandoned bunkers every single day of my life. So the more abandoned bunkers you do, you know, the more you loot, the luckier you'll get. Now we're just going upstairs. Again, be careful for puppets spawning in again. Going back up. Probably a razor's gonna spawn upstairs. As soon as you're far away from the spawn points, they reactivate. Okay, no razor here, that's good. Like, we drank before we came here, and we ate before we came in here. And look at our food and water, guys. Very, 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 very important. Actually, I don't want to think about food and water. So I'm going to eat right now. How much is that? I'm just going to eat the bread. And take about 3 sips of my water. My water is on my quick slot, so I can just press 4 to drink some water. So I'm going to eat the bread. I'm going to drink water about 3 times. You can just press the quick slot to drink. But then you have to put the water away again. Let's go. This door's going to make a noise. And we're gonna go back the way we came in. Like, it's shorter going around that way, but I like going back the way I came in. So it's gonna be ABC. But just because I've killed everything there. I haven't killed everything there, you know? I'm not in the mood for surprises. So you can see the bread's giving us 700, 900 calories per hour. And the water's giving us 900 calories per hour. And we've got 4 minutes to get out of here. 4 minutes where this has got power. I don't know what the heck happened now. ABC. The key card has expired. Okay, We forgot about the key card. Now I'm actually hoping there would be puppets here so I can get another key card, but we're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Actually, because we have to do it the old-fashioned way, I want power there so I can see there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this fuse. I'm gonna remove this fuse. And I'm gonna put in a 600 fuse. I'm not sure. Oh, I can't remove the fuse. I can't remove the fuse. Okay, here's a puppet. Here's a puppet. Come on, puppet. Give me that key card. 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 As soon as the key card expires, a new one can spawn. No. Okay, we're just going to do it manually, guys. We're just going to do it manually. So I'm going to turn on A, B, C. And we're just going to do it manually. I'm going to jog a little bit because I'm in a little bit of a rush. Stand still over here. For 3 seconds. Do the whole rigmarole again. Oh, if it's got power, then you can hack it. I don't want to hack it. Because then I can activate an alarm. I don't want to hack it. Because then I can activate an alarm. And I'm not the best with the hacking game. So let's manually open it. 1. As soon as I hear the vents, I stop, guys. Then I forget about 1, 2. As soon as I hear the vents, I forget about the 1, 2 strategy. 1, 2. One, two. One, two. Okay, the card's not going to help us now in any case. Like, that door's closed behind us, so the card's not going to help us. You can still do that depository, you can still do that depository, you can still do the depository there in the corner, and you can do the other depository. But we're very happy. If we didn't get lucky with the module, then I would have done the other depositories. I'm going to stand still for 3 seconds. Make sure no noise is coming from me. 1, 2. That exploder is going to be a problem. That exploder is definitely going to be a problem. Gonna back away in case there's an exploder. That's NPCs. That's NPCs. A razor activated on them. They're busy dealing with razors. I don't think they're gonna make it. Yeah, Brenner's on them now. Brenner's gonna keep them busy. I'm gonna loot these two so long. Brenner can't kill them, guys. For some reason, Brenner can't kill them. Okay? I mean... Okay, I don't know what that guy did with Brenner. But yeah, having cover is very important. Ammo box. Another hiking backpack. We're gonna get behind this crate again. I don't know. Usually Brenner can't kill them. But it's good because you can get a yellow screwdriver from them. We didn't get lucky with the yellow screwdriver, but we got lucky with a gun, which we can use as a quest item. And there must be more. There must be more of them. But I mean, I've got enough yellow screwdrivers, guys. I've got enough yellow screwdrivers. If I didn't have a lot of screwdrivers, I would have went and killed the other two in the power room to get, you know, to maybe get screwdrivers. Level 4 and level 5 NPCs can give you yellow screwdrivers. But we're out. We're out. Okay, be careful when you come out. And we're still going to take the same route. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I will meet you guys at the trader where we're going to level up our intelligence to 2. Our luck has not changed yet, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time in 8 days, a cargo drop has landed close to our base, or close to us. And we've got, I timed it when it dropped, we've got about 12-13 minutes left to get to it. But yeah, it's a good day. I haven't had this much fun in a very, very, very long time. And yeah, there's no other survival game that can give me this PvE experience or this PvE feeling. So let's just drop all this loot quickly. Keep the bandages, keep that. Like, I'm not going to go to a cargo drop on a multiplayer server with a memory module on me. I'm going to put the sword here. And then I'm going to showcase to you guys the power of a crafted suppressor. I'm going to showcase the power of a crafted suppressor. Okay, now I just have to make sure I've got 6 screwdrivers. Or... yeah, I've got 6 screwdrivers. Why not take the yellow? A yellow is the last thing I carry on me. It's just too valuable to lose. It's a good habit. Do not just carry the yellows on you. Bury it somewhere. Keep it safe. But yeah, if you've got limited inventory space, sure. Yeah, sure. Take it with you. Now I want to look for... okay, so I've definitely got 6 screwdrivers now. It's basically 3 and 3. Let's take 3 for backup. You never know. Maybe we get nervous and we can't lockpick to save our lives, which has never happened. But if you can't, if you're not a good lockpicker, you know, take more. And then we're going to take out 6 bobby pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll take out 9 bobby pins, guys. We'll take out 9 bobby pins just to be safe. Craft the lockpicks. And then I'll see you guys at the cargo drop. from the cargo drop, I'm going directly to the trader. But let me just show you how nice the crafted suppressor is. I don't care if there's a dropship there. I don't care if there's a ton of puppets there. We're just going to have some fun. And if this day is the best day on the planet, we're going to find a keycard. Like, if this day is the luckiest day I've ever had in my life, we're going to get a keycard. So, let's go. We've got 12 minutes left. Let's do this. Blood's pumping, guys. We're going to take on a dropship. We're going to take on a dropship. A dropship's protecting the cargo drop. This is exciting. This is very, 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 very exciting. So we're going to park the bike here. Mark the spot. Now, if it was puppets, I'd put this gun on single shot and just kill all the puppets. But since it's a dropship, I'm going to try and kill the dropship. Oh my god. I don't think there's puppets. I don't think there will be puppets underneath the cargo drop if there's a dropship. What other survival game is gonna give you a feeling like this, guys? What other survival game is gonna give you a feeling like this? I don't think there's puppets there, so we just have to sort out this guy. You can move from bush to bush if you want to, guys. I'm not interested in moving from bush to bush. I want to find a thick tree. I just want to find a thick tree. Oh, there's two. There's two of them. Holy flip and poop. Okay. That's new. That's new. I need a very, very thick tree. I need a very, 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 very thick tree. They're wasting my time. I'm gonna go for it. Got a weapon jam. I don't think that's the right one. No. This tree is too thin. This tree is too thin. We have to try and get away here. We have to try and get away here. Oh no, we're gonna die. 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 No, we're not gonna make it. We're never gonna make it. We're never gonna make it. But we're not giving up. We're not giving up. Okay. Our first official death. Our first official death. Luckily, we had 5,000 in the bank to sector respawn. I'm going to press Control C so that I can make sure I find my body again. I'm pressing Control C. I'm going to spawn in the sector. I'm going to see if I can find my body. If I can't find my body, I'm going to go to scummap.com, press Control V at location and try and find my body like that. We definitely didn't have enough ammo. They've definitely made the dropships a little bit tougher. If I had like 5 magazines, I could have destroyed both dropships. Or I could have like sneaked. I could have gone like around, but I didn't have enough time. But yeah, we could always go around the forest, get closer to the dropship, go from bush to bush, loot the thing, you know, without taking a risk. But I wanted to see if I can kill it. And that's officially our first death. That's cool. Let me get back to my body. Okay. The cargo drop's gonna explode very, very soon. Hopefully the dropships leave when the cargo drop explodes. And I clearly haven't done a lot of cargo drops lately because I'm honest with you guys, I've never seen more than one dropship at a cargo drop. So that's a new one for me. But I was still stuck on the adrenaline dump from just surviving the tier 4, tier 5 NPC shots, you know? Like those NPCs just missed me. When I tried, you know, when we were going to exit the abandoned bunker. So I was still on a high from that action. And there we go. The cargo drop exploded. So now the dropship's left. Like I said, I could have done it the safe way, guys, but I hope you guys appreciate me attempting it. And yeah, there the cargo drop explodes. There isn't any, this is the only thick tree there was. I can't believe I didn't see the thick tree. Like, you can't use the thin trees. They shoot you right through the thin trees. You're going to need to use the thick trees. But I can't believe I couldn't find a thick tree to save my life. Now that I'm running back, I find 3 thick trees. But where we were, we didn't see one. You can't hide behind these trees, guys. They just, you know, your body, a part of your body is sticking out. Where this, none of your body is sticking out, you know, so you can clearly use the leaning. But it's very difficult to find thick trees. Most of the trees are thin, like this. And me using a thin tree was a very, very bad mistake. Now, I did press Control C. So the chance of losing my body is always there. But I think I got quite close to them. See, this is where I was. There was no thick trees for me to use. But I clearly died behind a tree, so I just have to check every thin tree. Okay, here's thick trees again. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys what I'm going to do now. Okay, to find my body. I pressed Control C when I died. Okay, and now I'm going to use scummap.com to find my body. Okay, I just put all the map filters off, and now I want to get close to where I was. Okay, there's like a clearing over here. And I just want to see where I died. I definitely died somewhere here. There's a gap over here, which I can use. So I'm going to go location, and I'm going to paste that Control V. Okay, so I died in the open where there's a little bit of trees left. If I don't find that spot, I'm going to get as close to the spot as I can. I can really zoom in. I'm going to get as close to the spot as I can. And I can reference that, you know, so it's just below that. I'm going to get as close as I can and then press Control C again, come here again, press Control V to see where I am in relation to, you know, to that. So let's go back to the game. Okay, so now I'm going to open up the map. It's very, 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 very difficult to see. But basically I was in a clearing. Like, here's the clearing, and it says I was here somewhere. See? I can see there's like a clearing here. I can't zoom into the map, like on scummap.com, but it says I died here somewhere at the clearing. I have to hurry because after 20 minutes, all my loot disappears. Okay. Just trying my best. Okay. I feel I'm outside of the clearing now. So let's go back and see where they said. It's like in the middle of the clearing. They said it was like in the middle of the clearing. Okay. So I feel like they say it's here somewhere. So I'm going to go to the middle of the clearing. I'm going to go here, and this is how I'm going to use the reference point. Now I'm going to press Control C because I think I'm at the right place. Control C. Now I'm going to go back to the scummap.com, and now I'm going to remember where I am and then press Control V to get where I am. Okay. I'm above it, so it's below me. I'm going to just go lower, okay? It's below me. We remember it's about there, so I'm going to just go lower. Just Control C, Control C, Control V. Yeah, there's not a lot of trees left here. Oh, they say I died here. Oh, here's all my stuff. There's my gun. But I can't see my body. Okay, so this is clearly where I died. This is clearly where I died, but I can't see my body. Okay, so now that we know where we died, we're going to log out and log back in. We could be late. We could be late, but we're going to log out and log back in. And if I lose my body, guys, it's going to be very, very sad because I've got the memory module on me. I should have thought about that. I should have been more careful because you can easily lose your body. You can easily lose your body. Okay? Logging out and logging in worked. So that's a big sigh of relief, and I'm going to think about that next time. You know? I'm not going to make a joke out of dying because the game has bugs and it can cost me a lot. It can cost me a lot, so I'm not going to take stupid risks next time. We could have lost that, which would have been really, really bad. But yeah, I've got a lot of toolboxes to repair my armor, so I'm not worried about my armor. But yeah, like I say, you know, I don't have a lot of money now, so I can't upgrade my memory module because it takes money upgrading your memory module. So we're going to have to do a little bit more quests. We can actually just sell the Rage alternators. Like the Rage alternators are tier 3 quests. So it's really nice building up tier 3 quests. But we can use the Rage alternators, you know, to like, make money. Okay, so like I say, instead of fighting them, what I could have done is like run around the forest, get into that tree line and try and go from bush to bush, try and sneak into the cargo drop, loot it, and then go from bush to bush. Okay, they can't see you in bushes, so I could have done the bush tactic. So that's what you can do. You know, like if you have to run over an open field like this, don't. Try and get to the tree line that's closest to the cargo drop, which was clearly like here. So get to that tree line, you know, use the trees for them to not see you, and then go from bush to bush. If they see you, just run, open the cargo drop door, loot the cargo drop, you know, and then run out. But I definitely will kill one next time. And the reason I struggled with the jam is because someone in my stream said, if your gun jams, you always take the top right-hand option. And I didn't know that. Like, according to me, if it's your magazine, then it's the bottom. If it's your ammunition, you know, then if it's your magazine, it's the bottom left. If it's your ammo, that's low durability, it's your bottom right. You know, if the bullet is sticking out of the top of the gun, it's top left. If the bullet isn't sticking out of the top of the gun, it's top right if you know it's your gun. So according to me, I know my ammo is low durability. So yeah, that's why I did something stupid, because someone in my stream told me, no, it's always the same option. But that's how we learn. Okay. That's how we learn. It's not always the same option. So if it's your gun and you don't see a bullet at the top, always pick option 2. If you know your gun is low durability and you see a bullet popping out of the top, then it's option 1. If it's your ammunition that's low durability and you know your ammunition is low durability, then it's option 3. If you know your magazine is low durability, then it will be your magazine. But I believe my ammo is low durability, so I believe it's the ammo one. And it is. Okay. It was the ammo one. And that is a quick jam guide. Write it down for yourself. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad I did some good money management. It doesn't cost you $5,000 to spawn in a sector on a normal server. I'm just making things more challenging for myself to enjoy it. And I'm really enjoying this masterclass. But I'm going to show you guys what to focus on, especially, you know, if you do like depositories and stuff like that, what to focus on when you want to make quick and easy money. Like, you don't want to bring everything here. Okay, so what I brought with me was a helmet, not going to be worth a lot. I got a lot of weapon cleaning kits, which will be a bit of money. I don't know how much the fishing reel is going to sell for. I know the BCU lock sells for a lot. I know ammo sells for quite a bit. I know bottles of painkillers sell for a lot. I don't know what the smoke grenades go for, but it should be something. And then I'm going to sell the pistol and another pro reel. And then in my backpack, I brought the 3 alternators and a crowbar. Okay, we want to get to at least $10,000. I'd say 11 or 12,000 bucks, because it's going to cost about 6,000 bucks to upgrade our intelligence with a module. You can do it for free. You can literally do it for free, but you need at least an advanced medical, like attempt BCU upgrade for free, 25% chance. If you've got advanced medical, it's like a 50 or something % chance, but just don't do it. Okay. So we're going to just put our biking backpack down here, put these items here, and then see, $1,000 each. Not bad. I can't sell the crowbar, but I mean, they were making $1,000 each, which is good.
Give me a good price.
Okay. Take the backpack back in my hands. It's good, but if you hand it in for tier 3 quest, we aren't at tier 3 yet, but if you hand it in as a tier 3 quest item, you get 4,500. Okay. So let's see what we're going to get for the military equipment. I'm not going to sell the M1 rifle. I could have repaired the M1 rifle. I could have repaired the Car 98 that we got from NPCs, but I am collecting all those weapons to sell them. Okay. Not to sell them to do quests with. You need to keep those weapons to do quests. So let's see. $1,000. It's clearly related to the amount of uses, not the durability. So the price that you get for it is directly related to the uses of it. $400, so that isn't bad. We're going to get about $300 for this ammo. Yeah, $300 for the ammo, because if you take it out, it's 100% durability. We're going to sell the low durability. I'm not going to use an AK. Okay. I don't like an AK. I'm going to sell... You can sell that. That's A1%. I'm going to sell this low durability ammo. I'm going to sell that. I'm going to sell that. I've got a lot of 9mm ammo, but I don't want to experience a weapon jam again, so I'll rather just buy the ammo. Now we're at $9,000. Now we go to the medical trader. We're going to get about $3,000-4,000 for the bottles, that we have.
Those are fake anyway.
Yeah, that's about $3,000 right there. I'm gonna sell a few extra painkillers that I have. There we go.
Never mind about the expiration date.
We've already hit the target.
I'm sure.
A BCU lock is really nice on a multiplayer server. They have to kill you and use your BCU to open your door, or they have to throw the door with EMP grenades. We're going to come over here.
Well, here's what I got.
And then we're going to sell the crowbar, $400 for a crowbar. It's not bad. I'm not going to sell the electrician tools. It's way too little. And then look at the BCU lock with a high durability. The BCU lock with a high durability is really, 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 really good. Okay.
I say what you have.
So just a few items that I brought with me with a bicycle. And we've basically made $14,000. Let's see what the pro reels go for.
The product is
$200.
You can have me word.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'll rather do a bit of fishing. It's not worth it. But I've still got some ammo that I can sell here. Just make sure I've gotten rid of everything. I'm definitely not going to sell the grenade. So, yeah, I just have to sell the 2 smoke grenades and this magazine, and we'll be fine. And then I'll buy some cornflakes, 3 kiwis. Like, my exhaustion is at 16. I'll cook the normal vegetable skewer and the meat skewer, guys. But you guys have seen me do that 1,000 times, so I'm not going to show that. I'll cook the food here at the trader. So we're going to sell the 2 smoke grenades. Again, take it out of the box to get the maximum value for it. Sell that. Sell that. That's it.
That thing registered.
Okay, $15,000 with just a few items, and most of the items we got from the depository. Now you go to the doctor. You put this thing in your hand. Okay.
Come
Put
in. I'll have a
it
look.
in your hand. Hold in F over the doctor.
Go ahead. You'll need these sooner or later.
And then... No, it's not giving me the option yet.
Remember to keep hydrated.
So I'm going to put it in here. Interact with him. Okay, it's not giving me the option to upgrade it yet. So if weird things happen, you must speak to the doctor. So I'm speaking to the doctor. Can't do it yet. Okay. Log out. Log back in.
Come in. I'll have a look.
Okay. We've logged back in. And there we go. Okay. Like I say, if anything's wrong, log out, log in, guys. So there we go. 5,000 Rand for the BCU upgrade.
All in good health.
Now, remember what I said about the savings account. I didn't lose. Like, I'm not going to gain a lot of experience with medical, but look at my awareness. I'm at 100,000 XP with awareness and 100,000 XP with engineering. But look now, when I upgrade my intelligence to 2, I'm going to get all the experience that I gained in that savings account that I told you guys about. Okay. There we go. BCU upgrade successful. Now look here.
Good health.
Look at the awareness. Okay, 24,000 extra XP that was in the savings account. Look at the engineering. 9,200 XP that was there in the savings account. Okay, and now we're actually going to get the benefit of medium engineering and medium survival and medium medical. Okay, and we're going to hit medium survival soon, which will give us a free compass. But there we are at 2 intelligence, guys, with 1 trip. And we've got another memory module that we can fill, but it's 4 uses. So I'd rather go back to that abandoned bunker because I like that abandoned bunker. I'd rather go back to it, see when it's going to be open again, go in there again, do the depositories again, and like look for a 2-use or 1-use. Like I know golds are very, very rare, but you can get a 2-use one. The worst is an 8-use one. I'll never pick up an 8-use one because then you have to fill it up 8 times. But I will fill up the 4 times one, but it's going to take time, filling up 4 uses unless I get key cards for abandoned bunkers or unless I like farm all 4 abandoned bunkers, but I don't want to farm the abandoned bunker, so I want to do it naturally. So yeah, next time I go to an abandoned bunker, I will fill that 4-use one, but then I'll keep looking, for like a 2-use one or 1-use one, because I want to get my intelligence to at least 3, and then I can chill a bit. Okay. But we need to upgrade our intelligence twice. So there you guys see the savings account working effectively. You didn't lose anything. And that's it. If you guys enjoyed how to upgrade your intelligence with a BCU module, then click that like button for me. If you want to see and learn everything about Scum, click that subscribe button. I am really, really enjoying myself. I actually didn't stream today because this just gives me a peaceful, tranquil feeling that I've missed in Scum for a very, very long time. But yes, if you guys enjoyed it, please click that like button for me just to let me know. If you guys have got any questions, leave it down in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. And yeah, just want to tell you guys, like, I'm really enjoying this masterclass, and thank you for being on the journey with me. And I hope you guys can see how the journey is becoming more and more exciting as we go along, even if we're pedaling a bicycle all over the world. Okay. And with pedaling a bicycle all over the world, we are basically almost at 4.7 on both. So we're 40% and 40%. We're 40% away. We've done 40% of the work to get to 5 constitution, and we've done 40% of the work to get to 5 strength. Okay, just by bicycling around.
Try not to get injured too
and
much.
nothing is too hard. So now I'm going to get rid of my exhaustion. I can literally just go and sleep at the base, but I like eating cooked food. I bought recipes. I bought coffee and lemon and tea because I want to make coffee and tea at my base. I even bought a pot for myself to enable me to cook, to boil coffee and to boil tea. But that you guys will see in the next masterclass. I'm going to call this masterclass day 7 and day 8 to not confuse anyone. If anyone wants to watch the day 7 stream, you're more than welcome. But you're not going to miss anything. I was actually just looking for an abandoned bunker that's open, and riding with a bicycle takes a long time. And that's it. If you guys want to see anything, or think I missed something, or you're interested in seeing a certain aspect of the game with where I am at the moment, leave it down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to maybe cover it in the next episode. Cheers, guys. Later.